everybody, Leapin' Leppin here. How you guys doing? I'm doing just fine. So, I am going to start a new series on my channel. It's called Relaxed Rental Car Reviews. Basically, I'm all relaxed. I got all my relaxing clothes on. I got my relaxed hat on with a J on it for some reason. But hey, it was picked. It was cheap. I did it. But anyway, where I work, people call me Jay. So, let's get started on this review. Today's review, it's a very interesting one. As you can tell, it's a interesting interior, kind of. It's very basic. And Doug DeMuro said it was the worst car that you could buy. I'm going to have some, rebuttals to that. And I'm also going to agree with some points. So, let's get this rental car... I'm sorry, not rental car. Well, it is a rental car. But this relaxed rental car review on. Today's relaxed rental car is a 2021 Mitsubishi Mirage. The first thing we're going to do is start with the outside of this vehicle. It is a little bit windy. Sorry for that. I can't control the weather. But here is the outside of the vehicle. This is a 2021 Mitsubishi Mirage. It is, I have my notes here. One moment. Notes. Excuse me. The dimensions of this rental car. The wheelbase is 96.5 inches. Not very bad. Not too shabby. The length of the car is 149.4 inches. That's from bumper to bumper. The width of the car is 65.6 inches. The height of the car is 59.4 inches. So it is relatively small, as you can see. It says Mirage right there. There is your backup camera, which looks out of place on this vehicle, but that's okay. It is a Mirage. The tires are exceedingly thin. Let me show you. So, here's my hand. Yeah, they're thin. They're super thin. It is a four-door hatchback, as you can tell. It does have halogen headlights in it, although they are upgradable to LED if you buy one off the showroom floor. Spots for fog lights, which I will get to in a little bit. Wipers are sufficient. It does have a back wiper and a nice wing and an ugly antenna, but that's okay. It's a Mirage. We will forgive it. There's your little additional turn signal there. They don't do that often anymore. So yeah, small but efficient looking and feeling vehicle. All right, let's talk about the interior of the vehicle. The passenger volume is 86 cubic feet. Not very much. Not very much at all. It is small. Very small. The cargo, you only have 17 cubic feet. These seats do come down. I will show you here in short. And the curb weight of this vehicle is only 2,050 pounds. Extremely light. Extremely light. You could put engine modifications on this car. I have seen people put 225 horsepower in these vehicles. In fact, there is a video online showing it, and I'll try to link that in the description. So this could be a peppy little vehicle. Next, let's talk about the engine. Here is the engine of this little Mirage. It is small. It is tiny. Here's some flashcards to show you how tiny this engine is. Yes, very tiny, very small. In fact, It is a inline 3. It has 12 valves. It's aluminum block and head. Ah, interesting. Port fuel injection. It is a 73 cubic inch or 1193 cc. If you know your Volkswagen Beetles, 1600 cc is bigger than this, much bigger. The engine horsepower rating on this is 78. 78 at 6,000. That's right, 6,000 RPM. It has 74 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. The 0 to 60 is 11 seconds. I have personally calculated around 12. Quarter mile is 18.3 seconds. You're not going to win any races in this. The top speed is 100 to 105 miles an hour. I highly doubt that, but it may do it. As we look around this engine, I want to point out some things to you. As you can tell, you can see all the way through the engine right there. No big deal. I think most cars you can do that anymore. There is your belt pulley system. Throw on the light for you. There's your belt pulley system. Do you see what's missing on this car? I do. It has a washer fluid reservoir. Great. It has a radiator reservoir and coolant cap. Excellent. It has brake fluid. Wonderful. There's no power steering pump. This thing does not have power steering. I'll get to that here in a minute. Alrighty. Let's step inside the vehicle. Well, that was stupid easy to get in. How about we get out? Stupid easy to get out. One more time. Stupid easy to get in. Yes, this vehicle is exceedingly easy to get in and out of. It's wonderful. I love it. I am a short man. My dating profile says 5'8". I'm actually 5'7", so I'm a manlet. So it's easy for me to get in and out of. If you're a taller person, it may or may not be easier for you to get in and out of. Not sure. And if you're a shorter person, it's easy to get in and out of. So, yeah. Let's go over the interior. Doug DeMuro had some scathing remarks about the interior. And I am going to try to counter those the best that I can. If I can. I'm not sure if I can. I will try. Now, the first remark he had was, is this the cheapest car you can buy? Yes, that is true. It is the cheapest car you can buy, even used. New, you're going from $14,000 to $18,000, depends on the packages that you want. If I was you and I was getting this vehicle, I would get the one with the halogen, or not halogen, the projector headlights. Of course, I live in a deer-prone area, so that's good for me. But if you just want a basic vehicle, go with the $14,000 option. He said that Mitsubishi dealers are desperate to get rid of this vehicle. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, they probably are. Most dealerships are desperate to get rid of vehicles, especially right now. All dealers are just desperate to get rid of vehicles so they can make money on them. Let's see. The Mirage that Doug DeMuro reviewed had 72 horsepower. This one does have 78. Steering wheel lock is standard. At least that was in my notes. That is until I tried the steering wheel. He was right. It does not have a steering wheel lock. At all. The keys are out of the car. It has no steering wheel lock at all. None. Even though it has a standard tumbler in it. Yeah. He was right about that. And to prove to you that this has no power steering, I'm going to put the window down and I'm going to turn the steering wheel. Alright, the car is off. There's a little bit of wind. Actually, there's a lot of wind. Here we go. I am turning the wheel. As you can see, the wheel is turning. This proves that this has absolutely no power steering in it. None. And that could be a good thing. Another thing that Doug did complain about was the dome light. It still has the same one from when he reviewed it. It's simple. It does the job. Although if you're looking for a backlight, you don't have one. So, yeah, you're going to have to pull out your cell phone light for that. He said the sound system is substandard. I am going to say kinda. The bass on it is punchy enough. The treble on it is fine. And I'll show you how to adjust that when we get to it. It's not the best. I will say that. It is a bit tinny, but that said, it's a $14,000 car. So, yeah, it's not going to have the best sound system unless you put your own sound system in it, which you can. Let's see. The one that he reviewed, did not have cruise control. This has cruise control. Focus, thank you. And it works perfectly fine. This does have Bluetooth, but it's lacking Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. That can be kind of a killer for people who don't have or who wants Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This does not have it. So, another thing he said, there's still no center console. There is a center console. I got this from Enterprise. There is a center console. It's just very, very small. Gauge is literally the same. It is. If you look at Doug DeMero's video, and he shows the gauge at one point. This is the same gauge that he had on that, what was it, 2015? I think it was a 2015. And it's the same gauge cluster, has the same lights, the same turn signals, the same everything. Focus. Thank you. There we go. Same focus. Same everything. Something supposed to go here. Not sure what it is. Maybe a shift light. Maybe nothing. It does have power mirrors. It does have traction control off. I have pushed it. It does nothing. It does have collision warning here. Although I don't know if that's going to help you in an accident because this thing is tiny. The visor mirror. He talked about a visor mirror. For the passenger side, it didn't have one. This one does not have one either. This one does not have one at all. And I'm going to add up on this. That's all you get. Can't extend it either. So, yeah. But I'm pretty sure you can probably buy aftermarket ones. The passenger, or the driver's side, I should say, does have a mirror and a card holder. Hello. But it does the same thing. It will not extend out. Kind of an oversight on that. Kind of an oversight. Same wipers and headlight stock. Yeah, that's true. This is the same stock that he had in that car. As you can see, it is utilitarian. It does work. It does what it's supposed to do. Turn signal. Left and right. High and low beam. Wiper stock. It does have intermittent wipers, which is fancy on this car. It does have the rear wiper. All of them do work. Unfortunately, the floor mats in the front are not in this car. I know where they're at because I detailed this car. This car has been used, so it's gotten a little dirty since. But the floor mats are in the bay where I work. I got a scrub on them tonight. But yeah, they would be the same exact floor mats that Doug had. The rear seat is still flat. It does conform somewhat, but it is still flat. Very, very flat. It does come with folding seats in the back. Let me show you that. Here we are in the back. This is a perfect time to talk about the rear cargo space. It's not much. He complained about the carpet. Yeah, I agree with that. But it does the job. Sorry, I'm trying to be positive because I do like this car. The rear seats do fold. You got a little thing here. You tuck on it and you push the seat down. Boom! Seat folds. To unfold it, grab, and pull. Yeah, it does increase the cargo room, barely. Does the climate control still beep? Yes, it does. It does not turn it off completely. To make this as low as possible, you're going to have to turn it off. To turn it on, push any of these. There's your modes. Face, feet, window feet, face. I kind of keep it on this. There we go. Temperature. It starts at the bottom at 61. It goes up to 89. Yeah, it doesn't go all the way up to 90, but 89 should do it. Here's your AC control right here. Defrost, which you can just hit, which is weird because why would they put it when you can just... It does have auto. If you want it on automatic, you can see the fans going up. It does have recirculate, so you can smell your own farts again. It does have a rear window defroster. And that's about it. And it still does beep. And it beeps quite a bit. But hey, I don't give a flying foo about that. It works. It does the job. That's wonderful. It does have exposed bolts. Every seat has exposed bolts. Every one of them. Every one of them. Which is really good for modifications. The locks on this car are exactly as you would think. They don't have any markings. Except this. This is your marking for unlocked. That is your marking for locked. You can do it several times. One thing that Doug did say was about the panel gaps on that particular Mirage. They changed the style of it. I think it looks a lot better with this grille instead of the panel gap with the little hump in the middle. However, that said, I still think that is the same exact emblem. So, are we ready for the driving experience? I am. Now that I have the car running, I'll show you the entertainment system. Here it is right here. Very basic. You have your FM. You have, hit this, go back to home, your AM, and your Bluetooth if you have any Bluetooths. To set your preferences, go to settings. You can go to sounds, and here's all your balance, fade, all that. Which is strange that it says sounds, but it is what it is. I got the bass up pretty high because I like my bass. Call volume, that's so you can hear people talking and they can hear you. You can turn off the beep if you want. Still doesn't take that off though. But it takes that off. You have different languages. Apparently these are all where the car is actually made for. You have your display, mode, day and night. That's it. Key light. Turn it up or down. Yeah, that's basically it. All right, let's go for a little drive. Let's see, that's off. Everything's off. Now, as you can tell, it is a little noisy in here. Slightly bumpy, as you can probably tell. It'll be bumpy. Hey there, guys. Sorry I had to reposition the camera because it was kept going down. So I think this will work a little bit better. On the gravel road. Yes, the backup camera does work and it works great. But I was saying, it has road noise. That's on gravel. Perfect place to turn around in here anyway. Head back up on the highway. Full throttle. $40, $50, $60. That was 5,000 RPM, by the way. The air noise. It's there. It's definitely there. And without power steering, the steering on this is light. Really light. Very, very light. I can do this easily. I'm going to be careful, of course, because it is a rental car. It is bumpy. It's definitely bumpy. To demonstrate the backup camera, that it does work, put in reverse. I got that little Stanley Cup back there. You'll see it pop up. Well, it's a knockoff Stanley Cup. It's not even a real Stanley Cup. There it is. Try to keep it in between the middle here. There we go. That should beep. At least it tells you when you're close. So, yeah, perfect little backup camera. Hey everybody, it did not film my final thoughts. This device didn't, so here's my final thoughts on the vehicle itself. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not a luxury car. It's a car to get you from point A to point B. If I look a mess because I've been cleaning cars. It goes from point A to point B. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. And it's meant for people who want, one, cheap transportation, and two, who is reliant, that they have reliable transportation to get back and forth to work. So that's basically what that car is meant for. And myself, I like it because I like little cars. Some other people think it's trash. I don't think it is. When I returned it, I went ahead and filled up the fuel tank on it. I only used 1.5 gallon running around all day yesterday. 1.5. Maybe even a little bit less. Of course, I was also testing it out, acceleration, deacceleration, stuff like that. So, on a good day, if you're doing city driving, you would probably, it depends on how much you're doing, but like, let's say if you're going from your home to the grocery store, you might only use 1/10 of a gallon. uh, the mileage is insane on it. And the way that gas prices are going, it might be wise to pick up one of these. Just saying. Just saying. So, but that's my final thoughts on the vehicle. So, if you could, please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure to ring that little notification. Sorry, let's try this again. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure to ring that bell to get notifications whenever I upload a new video. There, see? I got it there in the end. I'm going to try to do this at least once a month. I can't do it weekly because I get paid minimum wage. So, I'm going to try to do it once a month. Yeah. So, there is a whole bunch of vehicles that I can review. And I think it's going to be a blast. So, I'll see you all in the next video.